Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. And we're going to bring you some more of the Boom City Bombers, led by Barry Bonds and the Bashers. All tremendous home run hitters at their position. Joining us in the chat, Dog Sidious. Check out that wonderful channel, all things Star Wars and entertainment, with the greatest Sith Lord ever, with the kindest heart ever of any Sith Lord, Dog Sidious. How are you doing, my friend? Always a pleasure to have you gracing your presence in the chat and on the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get to the lineups. I made this Boom City Bombers team. We'll be playing against them with a lot of different teams. It's not really I call it the League of Boom. It's more like a traveling exhibition show. I think of teams I want to play against them, and we play against them. I will also, at times, take the management over when I think the computer has not done the right thing. But what we're going to do quickly here is go through the Boom City team. So let's go through the starting lineup. You can see Ken Griffey Jr. is in center, and batting second, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez doing the catching. Barry Bonds is in left, batting third. Chipper Jones is at third base, batting fourth. Mo Vaughn is at first, taking over for Mark McGwire, batting fifth. Manny Ramirez is in right for Sammy Sosa, batting sixth. Cal Ripken Jr. gets a second consecutive start at short. So does Jeff Kent at second. On the mound, the big unit, Randy Johnson. And let's just show you the bench. It's a tremendous bench. You have Jim Edmonds, Troy Glaus, Juan Gonzalez, Mark McGwire, Mike Piazza, Alfonso Soriano, Sammy Sosa, Miguel Tejada. I took 2 players for each position. And now let's take a look at the bullpen. We have all closers: Billy Wagner, Dennis Eckersley, Trevor Hoffman, who I can't stand, Rob Nen, the secretive Nen, and Mariano Rivera. And our starters, let's see if I can go to the Boom City roster. It's not going to let me right now. But we have Clemens. He started game 1 of our little exhibition tour against Sandy Koufax. And on the mound tonight is, or this morning, Randy Johnson. And we'll give you that in a little bit. It's not going to let me go to that because we haven't started the game. Alright. On the hill in game 2 of this exhibition for the ages, Don Drysdale in 1966 was not one of his stellar years. Drysdale was 13-16 with a 3.42 earned run average. He struck out 177, walked 45. He will throw strikes, and it could be a very difficult day for Drysdale. Behind the plate, Johnny Roseboro. 10 out of 10 defensive catcher, 5 out of 10 arm. Dick Stewart gets a start at first as he hits left-handed pitching better than Wes Parker. 3 out of 10 defense. At second, usual suspect, Jim Lefebvre, 5 out of 10. Maury Wills at short, his partner in crime, 6 out of 10. Jim Gilliam gets a start at third base, 3 out of 10. Lou B. Johnson's in left, as in game 1. 5 out of 10 defense, 4 out of 10 arm. Willie Davis again in center, 8 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. And getting the start in right, he had that big pinch hit yesterday, Al Ferreira. 7 out of 10 defense with a very weak arm, 3 out of 10. So Ken Griffey's at the plate. Griffey was 2 for 4 yesterday with a run scored in his year of choice. And his year of choice for Mr. Ken Griffey, 1997. Griffey batted .301, 45 home runs, 23 ribbies. He'll face Don Drysdale. Drysdale picks up the sign from Johnny Roseboro. Here's the pitch. And Griffey goes down swinging, 86 miles per hour. So Drysdale sets him up with the hard stuff and then comes in with a little slider, and he gets him. 1 out. Here comes Ivan Pudge Rodriguez, the catcher. And Rodriguez, your choice, 1999. 323, 22 homers, 86 ribbies. Right-handed batter. Drysdale, ready to work. Here's the pitch to Pudge. Ground ball. Maury Wills ranges to his left. Fires deep from the hole to Stewart, out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Barry Bonds. You don't want to mess with Barry. Barry Bonds. It's funny, they didn't take his 73 home run year. 2001. Was it 2000? I just played that too, and I can't remember if it's, well, it must not be 2001. 2001, 325, 58 homers, 112 runners knocked in. Nothing to sneeze at for Barry. Bonds steps to the plate. 2 outs, no one on. Drysdale, the big windup and the pitch to Barry Bonds. Bonds rips a shot up the middle for a 2-out single as he sent that return to center. So Bonds is at first. Stewart holding him on. Here comes Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones, 1999, 324, 35 home runs, 106 runners knocked in. Let's see if we can bring the cursor down without going on Dick Stewart's card. Yay, we did it. Stewart holding Bonds on at first, 10 out of 10 base runner, 48% chance of stealing second. Jones, a switch hitter, batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Don Drysdale. Drysdale throws over to first, and Bonds just gets back. Stewart applied the tag a little late. Drysdale's full attention goes to Chipper Jones at the plate. Roseboro wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Jones. And that's a shot to right. Ferreira gets to it. Barry Bonds hits second base and continues on to third. So runners on the corners. 2 away, and here comes Mo Vaughn. Starting against the right-handed throwing Drysdale. Mo Vaughn, the former Red Sox, Angel, and Met. Mo Vaughn, the hit dog. In 1996, batted .315, 45 home runs, 115 runners knocked in. Vaughn with a chance to put Boom City Bombers out in front. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. Pitch around. And Vaughn works a walk. He does not chase, so bases are juiced for the man Ram, Manny Ramirez. Ramirez, 2002 year of choice, 315, 39 home runs, 120 ribbies. No place to put Manny. Roseboro has a word with Drysdale. Bags full of Boom City ball players. Drysdale's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Ramirez sends that ball deep to left. Blue B. Johnson on the run, and he makes the catch to left center side. Retired. Drysdale pitches out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the first, and here comes small ball galore, the 1966 Los Angeles Dodgers, who would win the National League pennant, but would be swept in the '66 World Series by the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off, Maury Wills playing shortstop. Batting second, the catcher Johnny Roseboro. Batting third, Jim Lefevre, he plays second base. Blue B. Johnson, who just made that fabulous running catch, is batting cleanup in left. Dick Stewart, batting fifth, playing first base. Al Ferreira is in right field, batting sixth. Willie Davis drops in the lineup against the lefty Randy Johnson. He's batting seventh in center field. And getting the start at third base in our second game of this exhibition is Jim Gilliam. He's a switch hitter. Batting ninth on the hill, Don Drysdale. So on the mound is the big unit, Randy Johnson. And Johnson, in his year of choice, 2000. And I'll be right back as we have phone delay. And we are back from phone delay. God, I hate phone delay. Alright, so Randy Johnson, year of choice 2000. He was 19-8, earned run average 2.68. He struck out 329, rivaling the lefty who pitched yesterday, Sandy Koufax for the Dodgers, while only walking 80. So Ivan Pudge Rodriguez behind the plate, 10 out of 10 defense, 7 out of 10 arm. Mo Vaughn's at first, 5 out of 10. Jeff Kent, 6 out of 10 at second. Ripken, 7 out of 10 at short. And Chipper Jones, 4 out of 10 at third. Barry Bonds is in left, 7 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. Ken Griffey Jr., 7 out of 10 defense, 6 out of 10 arm. And Manny Ramirez, not the best fielder out in right, 3 out of 10 defensive range with a 5 out of 10 arm. Corners play in for Maury Wills. And Maury Wills in 1966 batted .273, 1 homer, 39 ribbies, stole 38 bases. Excellent bunter, 10 out of 10. Thus, the corners are in. Here's the pitch by the big unit, Randy Johnson, to Maury Wills. And Wills smashes a shot to left center field as he took that off-speed pitch. Johnson tried to fool him, and he took the off-speed pitch to left center. So Maury Wills is on, 10 out of 10 base runner, 54% chance of stealing. Second, Vaughn holding him on. Here's Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro, the catcher, in 1966 batted .276, 9 homers, 53 ribbies, 6 out of 10 hit and run. And we might play hit and run. Johnson's in the strike zone, obviously. He does strike out a lot of batters, but I feel confident that if we do swing and miss, Maury Wills will have a decent chance of stealing second. So we're going to play hit and run. Here's the pitch from Johnson. There goes Maury Wills. He misses the pitch. The throw down, and Wills is gunned out by Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. So my logic was not good. The count now, with 1 out and no one on, is 2-2 to Johnny Roseboro. The big unit winds and delivers. And Roseboro dribbles one to Ken at second, who throws to Vaughn for out number 2. What a cannon Rodriguez has behind that plate. So 2 outs, base is empty as the Go-Go Dodgers try to make something happen. And the only thing that happened was an extra out. So here comes Jim Lefebvre, the number 3 hitter. And Lefebvre in 1966 batted .274. 24 home runs for a second baseman. That's good pop in 66. And 74 ribbies. Hit 279 off left-handed, no, 265, excuse me, off left-handed pitching. Randy Johnson picks up the sign from Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. Here's the pitch to Jim Lefebvre. And Lefebvre hits a shot to left center. So a 2-out single keeps the inning alive for Lou B. Johnson, the left fielder. He batted .272 in 66, 17 home runs, 73 ribbies off left-handed pitching, .256. Lefebvre 4 to 10 base runner. Vaughn holding him on. Here's the pitch to Lou B. Johnson. And Johnson hits one to Jones, who goes the short way to Kent to force out Lefebvre. Side retired. We go to the top of the second, scoreless here at Chavez Ravine Dodger Stadium. Due up for the Boom City Bombers, Ripken, Kent, and the big unit. Cal Ripken Jr. in his year of choice. 1987, 301, 33 home runs, 97 ribbies. So Ripken awaits the Don Drysdale offering. Here's the pitch from Drysdale. And Ripken rips a shot to left center field. That gets down to the wall. Ripken digs for 2. The throw is late. A leadoff double for Cal Ripken Jr. The Boom City Bombers are ready to strike, and here comes Jeff Kent. Number 8 batter. Randy Johnson's on deck, the big unit. Jeff Kent, year of choice 2000, 305, 33 home runs, 109 runners knocked in for Kent. Drysdale hoping for a strikeout here. Ripken takes a slight lead at second. Here's the pitch to Kent. And he walked him a little too fine. And that's Drysdale's second walk of the game. Here comes Randy Johnson. Johnson most likely will be bunting. And And we're going to play corners in. So corners are in. Here's an aggressive pitch to Randy Johnson. And he bunts it. Drysdale fields it, throws to Lefevre on the wheel play for the out. One down, but the big unit does his J.O.B. He sacrifices Ripken to third and Kent to second. And here comes Ken Griffey Jr. He is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first against Drysdale. Boom City Bombers ready to strike like the Cobra Kai. Here's the pitch to Griffey Jr. Ground ball to Stewart. He has it. He'll go to first himself. Ripken scores from third. So 2 outs now, but the Boom City Bombers are on the board, 1-0. Kent advances to third base, and here's Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. Rodriguez with 2 outs can put Boom City up by 2. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Maury Wills at short, deep in the hole to the left. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez grounds to Maury Wills again, who quickly releases and fires to Stewart's side, retired. But Boom City gets on the board on the ground out, 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. 2 up for the 1966 Los Angeles Dodgers, Stewart, Ferreira, and Davis. Dick Stewart in 1966 batted .264 and 91 at-bats with 3 home runs and 9 ribbies. Off left-handed pitching, he batted .265. Randy Johnson is ready. The big windup and the pitch to Stewart. And Stewart rips a shot right at Ripken. He takes a step and a leap for the out. So Dick Stewart struck the ball well, but Cal Ripken robs him of a base hit to left. And here comes Al Ferreira. Had that big pinch hit yesterday. Gets the start in right field today. He batted .270 in 1966 and 115 at-bats. 5 home runs, 23 ribbies. Ferreira .247 off left-handed pitching. Rodriguez wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The big unit rocks and fires. Ferreira checked his swing and he walks. Rodriguez wanted the call, he didn't get it. So Ferreira, very slow base runner at first, 1 out. Vaughn holding him on, and here's Willie Davis. Davis batted .284, 11 home runs and 61 ribbies in 66. Ferreira takes a very slight lead, lefty-lefty matchup. Johnson deals to Davis. And Davis rips a shot to right. Ferreira hits second base and will hold, even though Ramirez has an average arm. Ferreira is very slow. He will hold at second. So Davis turned on that pitch and took it to right field. And that will bring up the number 8 batter, the third baseman, Jim Gilliam. Gilliam getting his first start in this exhibition. He batted .217, 1 home run, 16 ribbies, but off lefties, he batted .241, 6 out of 10 hit and run. Davis, a solid base runner, and Ferreira slow as dirt at second. So nothing fancy here for Gilliam. He's going to have to try to knock this ball through the infield. The Boom City Bombers hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Ripken and Kent. Here's the pitch to Gilliam from Johnson. And Gilliam hits the ball back up the middle. Ripken has it. Flips to Kent. Kent fires the Vaughn double play. Inning over. 6-4-3. The 66 Dodgers threaten but do not score. Top of the third. 1-0 Boom City Bombers. Drysdale will face Bonds, Jones, and Mo Vaughn. Bonds is 1 for 1. He singled up the middle in the first. Here's the pitch to Barry from Drysdale. And he sends that ball right field. Ferreira moving to his left, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Bring up Chipper Jones. Jones is 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Chipper switch hitter batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Don Drysdale. Here's the pitch to Jones. Jones dribbles one down to Dick Stewart. He waves off Drysdale, steps on the bag himself, 2 away. 2 outs, bases empty for Mo Vaughn. Vaughn walked his first time up. Left-handed power batting first baseman Johnny Roseboro wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mr. Mo Vaughn. And Vaughn walks! Again, good eye by Mo. Now bring up Manny Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to deep left center. Stewart holding Vaughn on at first. Vaughn 6 out of 10 base runner. Drysdale rocks and fires to the man ran Manny Ramirez. And he strikes out. Manny swinging. Fastball high and away. Ramirez chase side retired. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Boom City. Randy Johnson back out on the hill. He'll face Drysdale in the top of the order. Wills and Roseboro. Don Drysdale, a decent hitting pitcher. And in fact, he batted .189 with 2 home runs and 8 ribbies. He'd love to go yard off the big unit. Johnson kicks and fires to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. And Drysdale will single to right center field. So Don Drysdale gets a hit off the big unit. Drysdale fears no one. Drysdale was on an episode of The Brady Bunch back in the day. I wouldn't say that readied him for this series, but who knows. So Drysdale's at first, slow as dirt. Mo Vaughn holding him on top of the order. Maury Wills. Wills singled in the first inning. Ripken and Kent looking to turn 2 up the middle. Maury Wills will drop down the sac bunt. And it's a pretty good one, but Rodriguez smartly lets it roll foul as there was a lot of spin on it. So the count's now no balls, 2 strikes. The bunt will be called off. Drysdale still at first, being held on by Vaughn. Here's the pitch to Maury Wills. And Wills sends a fly ball deep to right. Ramirez goes back a bit, makes the catch. For out number 1, Drysdale retreats back to the first base bag. And here comes Johnny Roseboro, the catcher. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to second. They'd love to get that. They should turn 2 if they get a ground ball. Roseboro, lefty-lefty matchup. He batted .266 off left-handed pitching in 66. Johnson, the big unit, doesn't even take a look at first. He knows Drysdale's going nowhere. Here's the pitch to Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro goes down. Guessing. I don't know what he was looking for on the 1-2, but it wasn't the fastball, that's for sure. Must have been sitting off speed. So 2 outs. Drysdale at first. He'll be off on contact. Here's Jim Lefevre, the second baseman. He singled in the first. Rodriguez goes through the signs. Randy Johnson nods that big head of his. And here's the pitch to Lefevre. And Lefevre sends his ball deep to right field. Ramirez going back and makes the catch. Oh, Lefevre just missed it. Side retired, top of the 4th. Randy Johnson and the Boom City Bombers have a 1-0 lead over the 1966 small ball Los Angeles Dodgers. Drysdale back out on the hill. Drysdale's gone 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He's walked 3, struck out 2. He will face Ripken, Kent, and the big unit, Randy Johnson. Here's the pitch to Cal Ripken, 1 for 1. He doubled in the second. And Ripken grounds it up the middle. Lefevre races towards the backhands it, fires to Stewart for the out. Nice play by Jim Lefevre. That ball was slated to center field, but Lefevre, a good jump on that bounding ball to center. Backhanded, fired to first. Here's Jeff Kent. Kent walked his first time up. Drysdale nods the head. He rocks and delivers to Kent. And Kent rips a shot to left and takes a wide turn. Johnson bobbles it. And now Kent goes for 2. So Jeff Kent is at second base. It'll be a single and an error on newbie Johnson after he bobbled the ball. So Kent's in scoring position for Randy Johnson. It might be bunting here. Drysdale deals to Johnson. Johnson grounds to Maury Wills, who fires to Stewart. Kent stays put at second. So 2 outs. Kent will be off on contact. 6 out of 10 base runner. Top of the order, Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey struck out in the first and hit a ground ball in which he was forced out, but the Ripken scored. That's the only run of the game. Chance to pick up his second ribby today. Righty-lefty matchup. Johnny Roseboro wiggles a finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Drysdale to Junior. And Griffey grounds down to Stewart. He backhands it, flips to Drysdale, covering the backside, retired. Kent stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Boom City Bombers. Johnson back out on the hill. He'll face Doobie Johnson, Dick Stewart, and Al Ferreira. Johnson is 0 for 1. He grounded to third, forcing the Fever out at second to end the inning. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson. Shallow fly ball, left center. Griffey makes the catch. 1 down. Dick Stewart's 0 for 1. He lined a shot. Well, Ripken took 1 step and a leap to rob him of a hit. Stewart dug in tight in that right-hander's batter's box. Randy Johnson, the big unit, looks in at Pudge Rodriguez. Here's the pitch to Stewart. And Stewart works a walk. So Stewart walks on the full count. Tying run at first. Stewart 4 out of 10 base runner. Mo Vaughn holding him on. Here comes Al Ferreira. Ferreira walked in his first attempt at Johnson. Johnson takes a peek at first. Here's the pitch to Ferreira. And Ferreira rips a shot to left. Stewart holds at second. So 1 out, 2 on. The walk by Stewart, and now the single by Al Ferreira. And the 66 Dodgers are in business. And here comes Willie Davis. He is 1 for 1 off the big unit. He singled to right in the second. Can he do it again? Stewart at second, Ferreira at first. Here's the pitch from Johnson to Willie Davis. Davis sends that ball shallow left center field. Griffey on the run. He makes the basket catch quickly. Getting back before the throw is Stewart at second. Nice catch by Ken Griffey Jr. He covered a lot of ground on that bloop shot to left center. So 2 outs, 2 on, 1-0 Boom City. Bottom of the fourth, and here comes Jim Gilliam. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to short, and that was a double play that ended the inning in the second. Now he has a chance to tie the ball game up. Randy Johnson nods his head. The big windup and the pitch from the big unit. And Gilliam grounds one to Chipper Jones, who fires across the diamond to Vaughn's side, retired. The 66 Dodgers strand 2. We go to the top of the fifth. The Boom City Bombers won the Los Angeles Dodgers of 1966-0. Drysdale back out on the hill. He'll face Rodriguez, Bonds, and Jones. Ivan Pudge Rodriguez 0 for 2. He's grounded to short twice. He's kept Maury Wills, a busy beaver, at short. Here's the pitch to Pudge. And he sends a deep fly ball left center field. Willie Davis on the run, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Now bring up Barry Bonds. He singled in the first and flew to right center in the third. Roseboro goes through the signs. Drysdale nods his head in acknowledgement. Here's the pitch to Barry Bonds. And Bonds grounds it right back to Drysdale, who throws to Stewart. 2 up, 2 down. And here's Chipper Jones. The third baseman is 1 for 2, singled in the first, grounded to first in the third. Drysdale works quickly to Jones. And he strikes him outside, retired. The pitcher's duel continues here from Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium. The Boom City Bombers won the Los Angeles Dodgers of 1966-0. Bottom of the fifth, due up for the Dodgers. Drysdale, who singled off the big unit. Then the top of the order, Maury Wills and Johnny Roseboro. Drysdale asks for time. It's granted. Something in his eye. Steps back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch to Drysdale. And Johnson gets his revenge. He strikes out his counterpart. 1 out. Top of the order, Maury Wills 1 for 2. Wills singled in the first and then flew out to right. Corners playing in against the dangerous bunter, Maury Wills. Here's the pitch to Maury. And Wills grounds one weakly. Vaughn comes charging in. Fires to Johnson covering the bag, and they just nipped Maury Wills. Had Mo Vaughn not been playing in, that probably would have been an infield hit, but they're protecting against the bunt. So 2 outs, base is empty for the catcher, Johnny Roseboro. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second, struck out. Roseboro awaits the Randy Johnson offering, and here it is. Roseboro swings and misses. Strike 3, side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. The Boom City Bombers won the Los Angeles Dodgers of 1966-0. Drysdale, 90 pitches. He's good for 120. He will face Mo Vaughn, Manny Ramirez, and Cal Ripken Jr. As ID Gestures entered the chat, check him out, wonderful channel. ID Gesture, he says, boom, 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 let's get this done, my friends. Dog Sidious says hello to ID, so check out Dog Sidious and ID Gesture, both wonderful channels. Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars and entertainment, and ID Gesture, sports, RPG games, card games, just pure entertainment and fun. So Mo Vaughn has walked both times he's been at the plate. Here's the pitch to Vaughn from Drysdale, and Vaughn goes the other way down the line, but foul. Like to straighten that out. Drysdale has a word with Roseboro. He says he's strong. Roseboro back behind the plate. The count's 2-2 on Mo Vaughn. Again, Drysdale goes into the breach. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. And he strikes him out. And that is strikeout number 4 for Drysdale. Got him on the curveball on the 2-2. Vaughn way out in front of it. And here comes Manny Ramirez. Man rams 0 for 2. He's flown deep to left center and struck out in his last appearance. Ramirez digs in that right-hander's batter's box. Drysdale peers in towards Roseboro. He rocks and delivers to Ramirez. And he walks Manny, so the walk bugaboo has been hurting Drysdale. He's walked 4, struck out 4 in 5 1/3, giving him 4 hits and 1 run. Ripken comes to the plate. Cal Ripken Jr. singled in the second, grounded to second in the 4th. Ramirez, a below-average runner. A below-average runner, Manny Ramirez. 4 out of 10. Dick Stewart holds him on. Here's the pitch to Ripken. Ripken grounds it. Gilliam throws to Lefebvre. Lefebvre leaps over Ramirez to Stewart. Double play inning. Oh! Stewart is incensed at first base. Jumping up and down. He felt they turned 2, but Ripken is called safe. Drysdale is not happy with the call. Roseboro's giving the man in blue an earful behind the plate, and at the oh wow! And now instead of 3 outs and the Dodgers up at bat, Ripken's at first, and here comes Jeff Kent. Kent is 1 for 1, and Dick Stewart has to calm down. They might chuck him. Kent walked in the second and then singled in the 4th. Stewart finally calms down a bit. He's holding Ripken on. 4 out of 10 base runner. Here's the pitch to Kent. And he fouls it back to the screen. 0-2 count. Drysdale's now up to 107 pitches. You can see that he is incensed on the mound. What's Blazing in Sports has joined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? Check out that great boxing channel. That's with T-Dub, What's Blazing in Sports. So 2 outs, 1-0 Boom City. Ripken's at first, Kent's at the plate. Here's the pitch from Don Drysdale. And he strikes out Kent. Side retired, and Drysdale just glares at the first base umpire as he goes back to the dugout. Bottom of the 6th, Boom City, and the big unit, Randy Johnson, won. The 66 Dodgers, nothing. Due up for the small ball Dodgers, Lefebvre, Johnson, and Stewart. Jim Lefebvre is 1 for 2. He has singled in the 1st and line, flied very deep to right in the 3rd, just missing a home run, sending Manny Ramirez to the track. The big unit looks in at Rodriguez. He picks up the sign. Here comes the giraffe delivery to Lefevre. And Lefevre sends that ball left field. He got under it, though. Barry Bonds makes the catch just in front of the warning track. Once again, Lefevre misses his pitch. So 1 out, no one on for Lou B. Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. He grounded to third, forcing out Lefevre at second, then flew to shallow left center. He awaits the Johnson offering. Here's the pitch. Johnson to Johnson, and Randy Johnson beats Lou B. Johnson as he strikes him out. Fastball high and away on the 1-2 count. So 2 outs, bases empty for Dick Stewart. Stewart 0 for 1. He lined to short when Ripken robbed him of a hit in the second and walked in the fourth. Stewart does have a little pop in that bat. Rodriguez sets the target. Here's the pitch. Stewart, swing and a miss. They said he went. Side retired. Top of the 7th. And more complaints from Stewart to the men in blue. So we go to the top of the 7th. Boom City Bombers 1. The 66 Dodgers nothing. 2 up the big unit. Then the top of the order. Griffey, Rodriguez, and Bonds. And so far, we pinch hit. I do take over management of Boom City every once in a while because the computer manager just sticks with the pitcher a little too long. But Johnson is cruising along. He's thrown 101 pitches. He's good for 130. Thrown a 5-hit shutout. We're going to let him stay in. Here's the pitch from Drysdale to Johnson. And he strikes out the big unit, and that's Don Drysdale, 6K. He has 4 walks. And here comes Ken Griffey Jr. Drysdale up to 113 pitches. Dodgers get some bullpen action up. So they have Griffey, a lefty, then Rodriguez, a righty, then Bonds, a lefty. Drysdale has gotten Griffey 3 times. Griffey struck out in the first, grounded to first, but Ripken scored on that. That's the only run of the game. So he does have the only RBI and then grounded to first in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Drysdale to Ken Griffey Jr. And that's a shot down to Stewart. And he can't. It's off his backhand. And that's going to be an error on Dick Stewart. So he's all in all having a frustrating day right now. And Drysdale up to 116 pitches. 1 out. Griffey, 7 out of 10 base runner at first. Pudge Rodriguez is 0 for 3 off Drysdale. He's grounded to short twice and then flown to deep left center. And that could be the day for Drysdale. To show you the bullpen over here, we have Brewer, who's tough on lefties. Paranowski, Johnny Padres. Let's see who we're going to go with. Keep it a 1-run deficit. Let's click on the right player here, Al Red Sox fan. We're going to go Bill Singer. He only had 4 innings. It'd be tough to bring him in against the Boom City Bombers, but righties in his 4 innings only batted 111. And again, it's not a big sample size, 1 inning. Phil Regan's our closer. I don't want to go to him yet. Bob Miller, 210. Righty's only hit 210. He had 84 innings. That's a better, a bigger choice. You know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for? Sample size. But you know what? We're going to go to Bill Singer. We're going to give him an opportunity to be a hero. And here comes Billy Singer. And here's Singer. And in 1966, he had no record. He only threw 4 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. The good news is, in the brief appearance, righty's only hit 111. 1 out. Griffey is at first. Dick Stewart holding him on. ID Gesture says Kansas City in his Bo Jackson replay played against the Red Sox. So I'm going to have to check that out. I missed that. I do enjoy ID Gesture's Bo Knows replay. So I will be checking that out, and you should too. Remember, check out ID Gesture, What's Blazing in Sports, and Dog Sidious, all great channels. So Singer is done with his warm-up tosses. Griffey's at first, Stewart holding him on. Roseboro sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ivan Pudge Rodriguez from Singer. And he walked him! And that's it for Singer. There's no way in heck he's pitching to Barry Bonds. And here comes Jim Brewer, who lefties only bat 176. And spoiler alert, Jim Brewer got Barry Bonds. He was a tying run at the plate in Game 1 of the exhibition to pop out to first. And Brewer comes back in a crucial situation here. 1-0 Boom City. 1 out, 2 on, top of the 7th. Brewer, in 1966, 2 wins, 2 losses. I'm sorry, no wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, 3.68 earned run average. He only threw 22 innings, though. Striking out 8, walking 11. He too has control issues. Barry Bonds is 1 for 3, singled in the first, then flew to right center in the third, grounded back to Drysdale in the 5th. Brewer deals to Bonds. Bonds grounds it up the middle. Wills has only played to first and Dick Stewart as he missed the tag on Rodriguez. So 2 outs, but runners advance. So Brewer does his JOB. He gets Bonds out without any more runs scoring. So Griffey is at third. Rodriguez is at second. Both 7 out of 10 base runners. Chipper Jones comes to the plate, and that's it for Jim Brewer. We'll now go to Bob Miller, which will turn Jones to a lefty. And he bats 327. There's actually no real difference here, 327 and 322. The difference is with the pitcher. And as you can see, Jim Brewer's not horrible. It's a 233 batting average that righties hit off of him. So let's think this over. Let's close this down for a second. I had another screen up that I didn't show. 233. There's only a 5-point batting average difference. But what is the home runs? What's the slugging percentage? Let's check that out. Again, you're not going to see the card. Against lefties in real, 322, we know that. Slugging percentage, 580. Again, not a much difference. 585 against lefties, 584. He's very consistent, Chipper Jones. Home runs, 19 against righties, 16 against lefties. So we're going to stick with Brewer. Jones, switch hitter, batting right-handed. Here's the pitch to Chipper Jones. 2 outs, 2 on. Second and third, 1-0. Top of the 7th, Boom City Bombers over the 66 Dodgers. And it's a wild pitch! What happened? What happened? They got the guy at the plate! Holy cow! Let's look at that over again. He is out on the wild pitch. So Roseboro gets to the ball quickly, throws to Brewer, who tags out Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. Side retired. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Roseboro. The ball didn't go far enough away. What a play. We go to that is Wild and Woolly, folks. Wild and Woolly. As Dog City says, hell of a switch hitter. Yeah, just unbelievable numbers by Chipper Jones. And I'll show you. Let me bring that up. There's cards. I just don't bring them all up because I have to set up screens and all that, and I'm not really good with it. So I'll just show you the Chipper Jones card. Probably should have done it when it was up, but... And he'll be at the plate when we come back up because Ken Griffey Jr. was thrown out at the plate. The ball didn't get that far away from Roseboro, who threw to Brewer covering. Let's see if we can do this properly. Let's add another window, and I'll just show you the card. There's Chipper Jones, and you can see the tremendous consistency as Dog City has put it in the chat. So you should be able to see you can see how he hits. 327 versus lefties, 322. Very consistent. Homers 16 and 19. Slugging percentage 584, 585. So tremendously consistent. And let me see if I just drag this here. All right, we'll do that. I think that makes the. Just checking my second screen for a moment. Let's see if I can keep that other screen up. Anyway, so at the plate, he'll be at the plate when they come back up because Griffey was thrown out. Okay, that seems to work. So Randy Johnson back out on the hill. He's thrown 101 pitches, 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs. He's walked 2, struck out 5. It's been a pitcher's duel between Johnson and Drysdale, and now Johnson in the Dodger bullpen. Still only a 1-0 lead as Griffey was thrown out on the wild pitch. Didn't go far enough away. Due up for the Dodgers, Ferreira, Davis, and Gilliam. Al Ferreira walked in the second and then singled in the fourth. Johnson looks in, gets a sign from Rodriguez. Here's the pitch to Ferreira. And Ferreira goes down swinging. Off-speed pitch. It's almost unfair. Johnson throws a high heater, then comes with that off-speed pitch. And that's Randy Johnson's 6th strikeout. So here's Willie Davis. Corners move in. Davis is 1 for 2. Singled in the second and fly to shallow center in the fourth. Chipper Jones in at third. Mo Vaughn in at first. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis. And Davis goes down on strikes. Big swing and a miss on the fastball. And that's strikeout number 7 for Randy Johnson. So 2 outs, and here's Jim Gilliam. The third baseman's 0 for 2. Johnson wants to make quick work of the weak-hitting Gilliam. He rocks and fires. And Gilliam grounds it to Mo Vaughn, who takes it to the bag himself. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. We go to the top of the 8th, 1-0 Boom City. And Brewers back out on the hill, and Chipper Jones back at the plate. Remember the wild pitch. Griffey did not score. Roseboro got to the ball quickly. Didn't go that far away from him. He threw to Brewer covering the home plate for the tagout. So it's deja vu all over again with Jones at the plate, Brewer on the mound. Here's the pitch to Chipper. And Jones grounds it up the middle past Brewer. Wheels comes across the second base bag. Fires to first. Safe! Oh, Dick Stewart's incensed once again. They thought they had Chipper Jones, who quickly got out of that box. He gets an infield hit. And here's Mo Vaughn. Vaughn's 0 for 1. He has walked twice and struck out. They go into a shift. You can see Lefebvre far to the right. Maury Wills almost behind the second base bag. Jim Gilliam practically playing shortstop. They're going to try to induce a double play ball here for Vaughn. Chipper Jones, 7 out of 10 base runners. Stewart holding him on. Here's the pitch from Brewer to Mo Vaughn. Vaughn sends a fly ball. Right field corner. And that's gone! Ferreira looks up. Mo Vaughn hits a boom ball. And it's 3-0 Boom City. And that could be all, folks, for the 66 Dodgers. And let's watch that Mo Vaughn blast again. Ferreira goes deep to the right field corner, then just looks up and watches it, the ball go bye-bye. And if you're a Boom City Bomber fan, like a beautiful balloon, it's now 3-0. And that's it for Jim Brewer. And we're going to go double switch here. Coming in the game, will be Bob Miller, as 3 righties are coming up. So Bob Miller, bottom of the 8th, top of the 9th. Probably go Phil Regan in the top of the 9th. I think we'll go double switch. Yeah, we're going to go double switch here. And we're going to go double switch. The pitching spot will lead off in the bottom of the 8th. So we're going to put Bob Miller in the 8th spot. And now We need a third baseman. The third baseman will be Kennedy. John E. Kennedy will come into play third, and he might not actually hit. We're going to see what we'll do, but that's what we're going to do now. So Bob Miller comes up after a 3-run homer off of Brewer. 3-0 Boom City. No outs. He'll face Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2. He flew to deep left center in the first, struck out in the third, and walked in the sixth. Miller for the 66 Dodgers. 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 saves, 277 batting average. Here's the pitch to the Manny Ramirez. And Ramirez swings, sends his ball deep to left. Lubie Johnson racing back, looking up, and that's gone! Back-to-back jack by the Red Sox players. Mo Vaughn goes to the right field corner. Manny Ramirez goes to the left field corner. And now it's a 4-0 lead for the Boom City Bombers, as Miller was treated quite rudely here at home at Chavez Ravine. So 4-0, it looks like the second game here in this exhibition will be taken by the Boom City Bombers. Dodgers not known for offense. Here's the pitch to Cal Ripken, 1 for 3. And Ripken sends his ball deep left center field. Johnson looking up and gone! Back-to-back jacks, another one. Ripken rips it to left center, and it is 5-0 Boom City Bombers. The bats have arrived for Boom City, and it is bombastic here at Dodger Stadium. Boom! Miller will now face Jeff Kent. This will be his last batter. Can he get Kent out? Kent's 1 for 2. He has walked. He has singled, reached second on the error by the center fielder, and then struck out. Miller kicks and fires to Kent. Kent swings it. That ball's deep to left, but Johnson is there as Kent got under it. 1 down. Here's the big unit, Randy Johnson. Miller rocks and fires to Johnson, and he strikes out Randy Johnson, who bats righty. So 2 outs. Back-to-back-to-back homers by Vaughn, Ramirez, and Ripken. And this game is out of hand. It's 4-0. Ken Griffey's up. He's 0 for 4. Miller gives up a 270 batting average against lefties. You've already seen what righties can do to him. We're going to go with Nick Wilhite will come in. So here's Nick Wilhite. He only threw 4 1/3 innings, ERA 2.08. Walked 5, struck out 4. Here's the pitch from Wilhite to Griffey Jr. And that's a deep fly ball right field in the corner. Ferreira racing, and he makes the leaping catch. Side retired. But Boom City Bombers go back-to-back-to-back jacks with Vaughn, Ramirez, and Ripken. It's 4-0. Bottom of the 8th. Due up is Kennedy. And then the top of the order, Wills and Roseboro to face Randy Johnson. Johnson's thrown 116 pitches in 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 7. Total domination here for Boom City. Kennedy will not bat. We're going to go with Nate Oliver. Batted .288. The few hits he did get were off left-handers. Nate Oliver will pinch hit. So here's Nate Oliver, and he did not have a good year in '66. 193. No homers, 3 ribbies, but .288 off lefties. Johnson deals to Oliver. Oliver singles up the middle. So Nate Oliver gets things started. 8 out of 10 base runner. Vaughn holding him on. Top of the order, Maury Wills. He's 1 for 3. Johnson takes a peek at first. Here's the pitch to Maury Wills. And Wills goes down swinging. That's strikeout number 8 for the big unit. Johnny Roseborough steps to the plate. He has struggled against the big unit. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out to second. Struck out and struck out. Oliver takes a lead at first. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to Johnny Roseborough. And Roseborough grounds to Vaughn. Vaughn fires to Ripken. Ripken comes across the second base bag, but he is upended by Oliver. Upended by Oliver. Randy Johnson, 131 pitches. We'll give him one more batter. There's 2 outs. And here's Jim Lefevre, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Lefevre. And he grounds it up the middle. Ripken has it. Flips to Kent for the force. Outside. Retired. We go to the top of the 9th. And it is 4-0 Boom City. 5-0, excuse me. 5-0 Boom City. They scored 4 in the top of the 8th. I forgot about the 1 run back in the 2nd. And coming into play second base will be Schofield. So Schofield, Dick Schofield, coming to play third base, excuse me. 5 out of 10 defense. And Will Height still on the mound. He'll face Pudge Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, and Chipper Jones. Here's the pitch to Pudge. He's 0 for 3. And that's a shot to center field. Willie Davis on the run. He's going to make the diving attempt. And he makes it! What a play by Willie Davis. Outstretched as he raced to right center field. Took a Superman dive. And the ball is in his glove as he shows it to the men in blue. Out number 1. What a catch by Willie Davis. That's worth a replay. Rodriguez bidding for extra bases. And there's Willie Davis making the diving catch. And here's Barry Bonds. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bonds awaits the Will Height offering. 1 for 4. Dribbles it to Lefevre. Right side. He throws to Dick Stewart. 2 down. Will Height looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes that man, Chipper Jones. Singled in the first. Grounded out to first in the 3rd. Struck out in the 5th. And then had an infield single in the 8th. Will Height picks up the sign. Roseborough sets the target. Will Height kicks and deals to Jones. And they don't get the call. Jones walks for a 2nd time. Here comes Mo Vaughn. Vaughn 1 for 2. And that was a 2-run homer in the 8th. Followed by home runs by Ramirez and Ripken. Will Height kicks and fires to Vaughn. Vaughn rips a shot down high field line. Ferrer kicks it out in the corner. They're going to wave Chipper Jones around. Ferrer make the relay throw. Lefevre has it. He fires to Roseborough at the plate. Bang, bang, play! And Jones is in there. 6-0 Boom City. And that's it for Will Height. So Mo Vaughn knocks in another. Will Height's day is done. And Johnny Padres will come in. The aging Johnny Padres. He only had an inning and a 2/3, but he's going to come in to try to get Manny Ramirez out. And here's Johnny Padres. An inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 1. Padres, the lefty, facing Manny Ramirez, the righty. Here's the pitch to Manny. Manny grounds it to Schofield, who boots the ball. Inning should be over for Padres, but instead it is an E5 to the defensive replacement Schofield. As Dog City says, Willie Mays Hayes! And here comes Cal Ripken Jr., Padres. Will stay in to try to get this final out. 66 Dodgers trail 6-0. Remember, they took Game 1 behind Sandy Koufax. They look to lose Game 2 behind Don Drysdale. The bullpen has imploded. Here's the pitch to Ripken. And that ball is gone! He gets his 2nd home run as Padres serves him up a beach ball, and he jacks it out. That's a 3-run shot, 9-0 Boom City Bombers. They have scored 4 runs in the 8th and now 4 runs in the 9th. And Padres will deal to Kent. And Kent sends his ball deep to left field. Johnson on the run, and he makes... No! It's off the wall! He does not make the catch. That's a double. Oh, boy. Can Padres get Randy Johnson out, who's 0 for 3? And now here comes Sammy Sosa, the pinch hit for Randy Johnson. And Padres will try to get Sosa out, pitch around. And Sosa sends a fly ball to Johnson deep left, and he makes the catch, and mercifully, the top of the ninth is over, but it has gotten ugly. Boom City Bombers score 4 more runs in the top of the ninth. They have 4 in the 8th. They got 1 in the 2nd. They now lead 9-0. This is the Boom City Bombers that fans expect to see. Many hated players on the team, but they came out to see the Bombs. And Sandy Koufax was able to shut them down in Game 1 to a Dodgers 66 victory, but not in Game 2. Don Drysdale did A-OK. As we'll show you, Drysdale went 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 4, struck out 6. Since then, the bullpen has imploded. They've given up 8 runs. Brewer gave up 2 runs. Miller gave up 2 runs. Wilhite 1. And the 2 runs Padres gave up were unearned. Padres should have been out of the inning. All right, last-ditch effort, and here's Lou B. Johnson to face the secret of Rob Nin. Nin, what was his year of choice? 1998, Rob Nin, 5-5 with 37 saves. They don't go to Mariano Rivera. That's okay. 2.64 earned run average, striking out 87, walking 24. And he will face in this last-ditch effort for the 66 Dodgers, Lou B. Johnson, Dick Stewart, and Al Ferreira. Might be some pinch hitters in here. So Nin deals to Johnson, who's 0 for 3. Johnson grounds it. Kent makes a diving play. Vaughn too far off the bag, and a heads up. Rob Nin covers the bag. 1 down. We got to watch that as Jeff Kent robs Lou B. Johnson of a hit. But more importantly, Mo Vaughn strayed too far away from the first base bag. But Rob Nin, Johnny on the spot, was covering it. Ball hit to the right side. If you're a pitcher, you need to start breaking in that bag. And he did. Let's watch that play over again. Johnson looks to have a hit. There's Kent. Lays out and from his knees throws to Rob. The secret of Nin covering first base. So 1 out. No one on. Here's Dick Stewart. Stewart will hit. Nin rocks and fires to Stewart. And Stewart goes down swinging. 2 outs. Here's Al Ferreira. Ferreira bats .316 off righties. He had that big pinch hit double in Game 1 that helped lead the Dodgers to victory. He is 1 for 2 today. Ferreira, the last-ditch hope for the 66 Dodgers. What little hope there is. He walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, struck out in the 7th. Rob Nin looks in at Ivan Pudge Rodriguez, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Al Ferreira. And Ferreira works a walk. Dodgers still alive. And here's Willie Davis. He's 1 for 3. Vaughn holding on Ferreira. I don't know why. They're up 9-0. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis, 1 for 3. And Davis grounds it to Ripken. Deep in the hole, he throws to Kent. Ball game over as they force out Ferreira. Boom City, in this 2nd game of the exhibition, crushed the 66 Dodgers 9-0. Remember, the 66 Dodgers, the game is in the chat. I know I've given it away, but they took Game 1. So let's go to the box score and call it a stream. And let's go there, and it's up in a moment. Bear with me. So Boom City wins Game 2 of this exhibition series. Boom City will travel around the country beating the bejesus out of teams. That's the way they feel. They're very arrogant. Cal Ripken was put on the team to give them some likable quality. Mo Vaughn's sort of likable too. Other than that, lots of hateful, spiteful people on the team. Alrighty, Randy Johnson goes 8 innings, gets the win. 6 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 8. The big unit was big fantastic. Rob Nin pitches a perfect 9th. Well, he did give up a walk, I'm sorry. And he struck out 1. No hits, no runs. Don Drysdale, a tough luck loser, 6 1/3 innings, only 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It came on the ground out by Ken Griffey Jr. Walked 4, struck out 6. Singer walked his batter, didn't get anyone out. Brewer pitched 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 home run. That was the first home run of 3 in the top of the 8th. Bob Miller gave up 2 more as he went 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 home runs, struck out 1. Will Height, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, only 1 was earned, he walked 1. And Johnny Padres pitched 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, none of them were earned, he should have been out of it, and he gave up a home run. So the Boom City Bombers hit 4 home runs in this game. Player of the game, I would think, would be Randy Johnson, and it is. He's the MVP of the game. Let's go to the batting. Ken Griffey Jr.'s struggles continue. He's 0 for 5 today with a ribby, game-winning RBI, struck out once. He's now batting .222 in 2 games against the Dodgers. There'll be a game 3. We'll show it. What the heck? Ivan Pudge Rodriguez 0 for 4 with a walk. Barry Bonds 1 for 5, batting .250. Chipper Jones having a good first 2 games. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a walk, and a strikeout. He's batting .333. Mo Vaughn in his first start, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 3 ribbies, 2 walks, 1 K, a double, and a home run. He's batting .667. Manny Ramirez in his first start, 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk, and a K. Cal Ripken, 3 for 5, 3 runs scored, 4 ribbies, a double, and 2 home runs. He's batting .444 in the first 2 games against the Dodgers. Jeff Kent, 2 for 4, a walk, a strikeout, a double. He's batting .375. Randy Johnson, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Sosa, the pinch hitter, is 0 for 1. He's now batting .200. He had the start in Game 1, and Rob Nin pitched, did not hit. The Boom City Bombers go boom for in 38 at-bats, 9 runs, 11 hits, 9 ribbies, 6 walks, 7 Ks. They're going to boom them out, but they'll swing and a miss a lot, too. They had 4 home runs with 3 doubles. That's a slugging percentage, folks. As a team, they batted .274. For the 66 small ball Dodgers, they were shellacked, and shellacked good. Once Drysdale came out of the game, the bullpen imploded for 8 runs. Not all of them earned, but 8 runs nonetheless. Maury Wills 1 for 4 with a strikeout. He's batting .429 now. Johnny Roseboro was 0 for 4. He struck out twice. He's batting below 200, 125. Jim Lefevre 1 for 4. He's batting .250. Lou B. Johnson 0 for 4 with a K. He is hitless in these 2 games. Dick Stewart went 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts in his first start. Al Ferreira 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a K, with his pinch hit double that helped win Game 1. Is batting .667. Willie Davis was 1 for 4 with a K, batting .286. Jim Gilliam 0 for 3. Miller pitched, did not hit. Will Height pitched, did not hit. Padres pitched, did not hit. Drysdale was 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Singer pitched, did not hit. Brewer pitched, did not hit. Kennedy came in to play defense and did not get in that bat. Oliver, the pinch hitter, was 1 for 1 as he hits left-handed pitching. And Schofield came in to play some defense, and he made an error, didn't get an at-bat. The Dodgers, in a crushing defeat, 31 at-bats, no runs, 6 hits, no RBIs. They walked 3 times, struck out 9. And they lose in Game 2 of this exhibition from Chavez Ravine to the Boom City Bombers. Both records are now tied at 1. Hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you to ID Gesture. Check out that wonderful channel. Thank you to Dog Sidious. Check him out. All things Star Wars. ID Gesture sports and strategy games and RPGs and all kinds of great stuff. And check out What's Blazing in Sports for your boxing needs and T-Dub. So thank you very much. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Enjoy your Saturday and your weekend. Health and happiness till next time. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt, the big left hook. God bless, and as always, peace!